just as a small child, and you are on board with her live right now on the big screens. Thanks to Angie and Mark, of course. Onboard Productions have the technology and the cameras on board so that we can give you her point of view as we look back at the cockpit right now and arcing over in this big loop. She remembers what it felt like as a small child, inspired by that flight. At a very young age, Vicki learned to fly in a family friend's antique Taylorcraft in her hometown of Watsonville on the California coast. She was thrilled by the spins, the loops, and the rolls that her ex-military instructor taught her, and subsequently took aerobatic instruction from legendary pilot Amelia Reed. Flying aerobatics is something she just loves to do, and if you look closely enough on board, you'll see a big smile on her face.
Angels watching over me with smiles upon their face, 'cause I have made it through this far in an unforgiving place. It feels sometimes this is.
Here comes Vicki, low and slow. Give her a wave of appreciation. She can't hear applause in that airplane, even though it's got an open cockpit, but she can see your appreciation. Get your hand in the air. Give Vicki Benzing a wave.
Okay. Wow. Here they come one more time. Hell yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the B-25 Mitchell. OJ Doolittle led the way.
The bomb? Look at that perfect O.
Yeah.
What was that, a bomb?
The B-40 Warhawk climbing high above us right now. When Japan attacked Pearl Harbor, the U.S. Army Air Force's fighter in Hawaii was the Curtiss B-40. Roll medal, 300 miles per hour. If the pilot was lucky. 1934 and a newer version of the film, Tora, Tora, Tora. B-40s protected China from Japan. The Flying Tigers of Hiroshima remembered in this tour. And now, the B-40 flies by in front of you. The Texas Flying Legends Museum. The B-51 Mustang behind that. During the daring daylight raids of American bombers over Axis targets, the bombers were known as Big Friends, fighters that escorted. And now the fighters on the strafing run, beginning with the Spitfire.
Yeah.
The Corsair representing the Navy and the Marines. TBM Avenger. in World War II, serving in the Pacific Theater. The finest carrier-based fighter deployed by any Navy, it became a fast, versatile, and deadly performer. Perhaps the best of any U.S. fighter in that conflict. Together with the Hellcat, the Corsair was responsible for the destruction of over 7,000 enemy aircraft in air-to-air combat, and in downing enemy planes, it achieved a kill-to-loss ratio of 11 to 1. The highest for any fighter plane of World War II. Capable of a speed of 440 miles an hour. The Mustang, also of over 400 miles an hour, as well as the Spitfire, the fighters in this impressive collection. Series of banana passes, the photo passes over your left shoulder, starting with the B-25. Being flown today by Mark Murphy and Casey Odegaard. The Spitfire being flown by Warren Beach. The Corsair today piloted by Mike Schiffer.
Yeah.
The F-15s with our demonstration lead. Prince Chenault and Lieutenant Colonel Mark Clutch Sadler. Our aggressors, the F-16s of the 64th Aggressor Squadron. Captain Will Sauer Crowder, Captain Jonathan Dex K. Our A-10 drivers, the 422nd as well. Major Kevin Igloo Belcher and Captain Nathan Grunt Babbitt, and our F-35 drivers, Nathan and Jeff. That's Major Nathan Mace Hagee and Major Jeff Elgato Franks of the United States Marine Corps. Here are the A-10s, Kevin and Nathan. Outstanding demonstration. Our Hind helicopter and the HH-60 coming in as well as our parade now. F-35 pilots, Nathan Hagee, Nathan and Jeff Franks. Our HH-60s flying by, and way off to the left and high above is the Red Bull helicopter taking off with Red Bull jumpers on board, and that airplane or that helicopter is going to do some amazing things. But first we want to check the wind conditions. And there goes the park ranger heading back to work to that beautiful Cessna. And way up to the left, preparing to enter the aerobatic box, the Red Bull Air Force. The F-35 pilots with those Tony Stark-like helmets on that have all that integrated technology in them. Amazing fifth-generation technology in the Lockheed F-35s. And finally, the A-10s that just keep coming back. The Red Bull Air Force takes the stage. Keep your eye on that helicopter right now. On board are the Red Bull jumpers. But to check things out, it's crowded in that helicopter, as you can well imagine. We've got jumpers stuffed in there, and we've got our pilot. And they're just going to check things out here right at Show Center. And whoa, we got a jumper out. Did he fall out? That's crazy. Well, that's a different way to check the wind, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you that. That's Miles Dashin. Inspired by a skydiver at the age of 10 at an air show to check things out. It's crowded in that helicopter, as you can well imagine. We've got jumpers stuffed in there, and we've got our pilot. And they're just going to check things out here right at Show Center. And whoa! We got a jumper out. Did he fall out? That's crazy. Well, that's a different way to check the wind, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you that. That's Miles Dashing. Inspired by a skydiver at the age of 10 at an air show, sits around and swoops in right here at Show Center. Amazing. Mark Dasher, ladies and gentlemen, for the Red Bull Air. How crazy is that? And Kirby's just getting warmed up. His world-famous Cobra takeoff, he pushes over now to build up some energy. And as he shakes out the Red Bull Edge, so that we can have more jumpers away. As John DeVore and Mike Swanson now prepare to exit. There they go, free falling to over 125 miles an hour for a few seconds. They start to descend now with these small canopies that allow them some incredible speeds. John DeVore, first out, member of the Red Bull Air Force for 18 years, 21,000 times he's jumped. Base jumping, wingsuit jumps as well. Two-time world champion and three-time national champion of free flying. He's all This is the two-time champion of the Red Bull Aces wingsuit races. With 25,001 jumps to his credit now, Kirby Chambliss circles him as he tracks across the sky. Steve Farrington from Seattle, Washington. 3 generations of skydivers, and even with that wingsuit still kind of zipped open and everything to get his legs moving when he swoops in, will be arriving at pretty high speed. So give it up for Andy too. Outstanding. And this is no ordinary helicopter. The Messerschmitt Falco Blanc BO-105 is a light twin-engine multi-purpose helicopter developed in Germany, holds the distinction of being the first light twin-engine helicopter in the world and the first rotorcraft that can perform aerobatic maneuvers, as you can see. Back on its back, and you